later.
Oh,
Another
my
episode of Something's About Nothings. Theme song comes in. Du-du-dum.
Oh, we don't have a theme song. We're not that high end
I'm trying to
right now.
I'm trying to do folklore like music. Du-du-dum.
Dun dun dun. No, that's kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, we gotta. My main focus is to not mess anything up.
That's hard. That's not That we're not that kind of podcast. We're not that kind of podcast.
Editing is a pain in the rear end.
That's not how. The 1% of strikes, man. He's back on editing. Oh my god! Someone give this guy a raise. Someone give this guy a raise.
The last one was like what, 30 minutes long.
This one be 30 minutes because I got class at 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gotta go. Remember what I told you? I went to go
Yeah.
listen to kids.
And it's 11.
I'm so happy I did it though because I was there like lost. You know, have you ever been in a class where a teacher didn't know what it was doing? I would have been that teacher.
Kind of.
You have not? What?
No, I kind of have.
I was gonna say I feel like that's like a rite of
Yeah,
passage.
if
you go through education, you have.
Yeah.
Actually, let's pick a topic.
Oh, we're gonna go with the topic.
Yeah, we always try that.
We,
Like last, I was bald people.
yeah, I mean, we did a good bit. We did a good bit on bald.
I'm trying to think of what excites me now.
Excite you? Well,
Yeah.
I don't think bald people excite
Tobacco.
either one of us.
In tobacco. You're
not.
chewing tobacco right now. Come on. So how did you start chewing tobacco, and why do you chew tobacco?
Okay.
As
When
you
I started-
oh ew, the way you're like doing is like you're rolling it in your tongue like it's oyster.
Well, I was
like it's
situated.
oyster.
I had to situate it.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, a little over the top. I don't think I did any of that.
Oh gosh, I was watching, dude. It was kind of disgusting. I was like, is he gonna stop French kissing this tobacco?
That's good stuff, man. That fresh,
Fresh.
when you first put it in, it's just so hot.
Oh, I know exactly how you feel.
Oh, I know you do. You know, you should broaden your horizons and, you know, step out of your.
Oh, I love my horizon. The horizon I see is great landing strips everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Let's not go there.
Why not?
I don't know. So tobacco, yeah, I started.
Tell me, yeah. What happened? Why did you start chewing tobacco?
So,
You're not actually chewing it, by the way, so that's
yeah,
wrong.
Yeah. Well, it's not chewing tobacco. It's just.
What are you doing?
It's
Kissing
you're
tobacco?
dipping. Yeah, no.
It's called dipping?
Yeah, it's called dipping.
Why is it called dipping?
Well, because you know you only put a piece. You don't really, you know, chewing tobacco. I think it's a larger amount. I've never done it. The tobacco.
But this is dipping tobacco.
Yeah, this is dipping. So it's like little amounts. I guess you're just putting. You know, I don't know. I don't know why they call it.
Maybe you should come up with a better word because I don't call that dipping. That doesn't look like you're dipping tobacco.
It's sitting. It's just sitting in my mouth.
Exactly, sitting
Yeah,
or I don't know.
It just sits up against the gum line there and gets into the bloodstream.
And how does it feel?
Have you ever smoked a cigarette?
No,
No?
I haven't smoked a cigarette.
I mean, then it's going to be hard for me to describe.
I have
how it feels.
snorted tobacco. That sounds so
Snorted
wrong.
tobacco.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I have friends that are adventurous, and one of them, what
They
she does,
broaden their horizons.
exactly, yeah. Oh, they do. They help me broaden my horizon also.
But yeah, it's like you should. Well, I don't think you should. I was gonna say you should experiment with just about everything, but no, you
I was
really
gonna say,
shouldn't.
Are you sure?
You really shouldn't. No, I
Like
was
what-
almost. I was almost gonna say that, but no. But you should.
Where should we draw the line then?
What do you mean?
On what we should not experiment on? 'Cause
Well,
I feel like my line might be different from your line.
No, I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't think there's a drawing the line. I think it's like it depends on what topic you're talking about. Well, what are you talking about?
Drugs.
Oh, drugs.
Yeah.
If we're talking about drugs,
Where do you draw the line?
I wouldn't go beyond shrooms.
What's the next level beyond shrooms that I
Well,
know?
like
'Cause-
maybe acid.
Really?
dropping
You never
acid.
tried that? You never tried
I
that?
just don't. It wouldn't appeal to me. You know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a panicky kind of guy.
Oh, you're a panicky kind of guy.
Yeah, I would have bad trips.
Although there was one time I had a bad mushroom trip. I've never had a bad acid trip.
Yeah.
I've had a bad shrooms trip. I was
well,
on a threesome.
I've actually never done shrooms either.
What? I was doing
Yeah.
threesomes, okay, with these two girls.
Okay.
and one of
This
the
was
girls.
the bad trip.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is why it's horrible.
One
Okay,
of the
so,
one of the girls turned out to be a dude.
no. So we all meet together at the hotel
I think
in
we realize
Roanoke.
where we're drawing the line.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah,
But
well, I'm sorry.
one of the girls
The line's been drawn, Toby. I'm not going there.
So one of the girl brings weed to the
okay.
party
There's
and
nothing wrong with
shrooms.
weed.
And I brought wine. And
I feel like
it was gonna be that kind of party, okay?
Yeah, I feel like
And-
you kind of didn't do your part on the party supply.
Well, I paid for everything, so I did do my
Oh.
part. Exactly, I was the man in the moment, man. Trust me, it was a great experience.
So it's two girls.
Two girls. They brought. Well, one of them brought she was like they call him the plug. You would not know that. The customers might or the listeners might not know that. The plug
Customers.
in language, in our my lingo, is called the person that connects the drugs.
Oh,
We call
okay.
it the plug.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a terminology, slang,
Yes,
colloquial
very,
language.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be there.
You have to be street smart. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like me.
Street smart. Yeah, no,
Kinda like me.
You just have to know about drugs.
But anyways, so
The
she
middleman.
brings the shrooms, and then I tell her because this is her first time doing shrooms, and we're about to have a
And she
threesome.
brings it.
Yeah, because she wanted to try with me because I've done it a few times, actually more than a few times.
Well, then, if
So
she's
she-
never done them, how'd she have access to get them?
Because she's the plug, man. Plugs don't have to do their drugs.
They just know where to get them.
They just know where to get them, exactly. So she brings it. Oh, golly.
Okay, no.
After
Well-
dipping and kissing, he spits. Oh, oh my
Dipping
gosh.
and
Do you
kissing.
swallow? I mean, the
Oh.
tobacco.
Well, actually, the tobacco I dip is called snus,
Okay.
and it comes from Switzerland.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's Swiss. But anyway, it's not fermented. All the other tobacco is fermented, so they have to spit because it makes them sick if they swallow it. I mean, most of the time it makes
What?
you, a large, like, some people can handle a small amount maybe to swallow, but if you swallow,
So if you swallow that, you would get no.
I would be fine.
Oh, because this is not fermented.
not fermented. I'd be fine, but
Oh.
I choose to most of the time spit it. I'd rather spit it than have to swallow it because it just people listening. If anybody has ever done it, they're probably like, "What? Why is he not swallowing that?" Because it's very, I guess it's like a
You're
a
pussy.
wimpy move.
You're a pussy
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. It's funny, I've never done it, but I could tell like they look at people that spit out tobacco as pussy.
Not this type of tobacco. Yeah.
Pussy.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, but it's just it doesn't. I've done it on occasion. I mean, I don't carry around a spit bottle. That's not
You
me.
actually do carry out a spit bottle, though.
Well, I mean,
you
here.
technically do carry a spit.
Here. Yeah, but
I wish we could show
know.
pictures because right now there's literally a spit bottle
Well,
right here.
there is literally one here. I mean, obviously, or we wouldn't be here talking about this.
Yeah.
But no, I don't. Some people carry it around the stores and just everywhere they go.
Oh.
Now I have one in the car because it's me in the car. I don't want to be rolling down the window and I don't want to swallow. I just
But I'm curious because I know of, how do I say this? There are habits I know people do to be cool. Is chewing tobacco cool?
No.
It's dipping. Like, because
No,
I know
no.
people smoke cigarettes because they want to look cool.
well, when they first start,
Yeah, when they first
that's
start,
like
exactly.
their thing. But no, I love how we're like going off and on. You were going to tell your story
About
the
threesomes.
Yeah,
At some point, I
and
need to
we're
get to
gonna
that.
do
Because
that.
that was a great experience.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get. Well, even though it was a bad trip, it was a great experience. That's
Well,
funny.
that's why let me put that back.
Well-
Well, memory-wise, when I think about it, I know what not to do next time.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Well,
Don't,
we'll
don't
get-
eat your friend's shrooms. That's
Well-
the lesson too. The lesson of this story is don't eat the shrooms of your friend.
because you know where to get them from.
No. What I'm saying is, I ate my shrooms, and she said she couldn't finish hers. Don't eat
Oh
hers.
no! In addition, why didn't you just save those for later?
But this is the thing, because I was trying to help her eat hers, so I ate all of mine, which was a lot, by the way. It was a lot.
Yeah.
She brought a lot. Like I
How
said, she's a
many?
plug.
Like 13 shrooms.
I don't know, man. It was like half a bag. It was like a zip. Imagine a Ziploc bag. And shrooms are disgusting to eat.
Yeah,
by the way.
well,
They're
the
disgusting.
girl under shit.
Huh?
The girl under cow shit. Shrooms do.
Now you tell me.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. But anyway, let's go back.
But let me finish mine now that I'm thinking about it, because now it's like
Well, but
in my head.
I won't be able to remember
That's fine.
what I'm saying.
That's fine. You gotta practice your ADD lesson. This is ADD practice for you.
No, it's
So
like,
you can get better at like remembering what you're
well,
talking
you're
about.
doing it too. It's not just
I don't
me.
need the practice.
I don't need Thanks.
But so yeah, what happened was, like I said, she brought the shrooms because
Right.
she wanted to try it with me for the first time.
Uh,
And I told her like I will guide her, like I'll be her
yeah.
mentor. So she brings it. So we eat the.
It ends up being a learning experience for you.
Basically, yes, I ate
I'll
one.
be your mentor, but here's what not to do. I'll tell you right now.
So I ate mine,
Right,
all right?
right.
And then she ate
couldn't-
like like I said, it was a lot. So
Yeah.
she was treating hers. And the shrooms, the way they work, the cap is what makes you hallucinate massively.
Yeah.
And then the stem just gives you body high. So you're just like, oh gosh, I'm just chilling. So the cap, like the heads of the shroom,
Right,
makes you
right.
like just see colors and see shit.
Whew.
So I said, for her, if she doesn't trust the mental stability, she should eat more of the stems,
Yes.
and I'll eat more of the caps.
Oh gosh.
So she brought this bag of shrooms, like I said, like maybe enough for 5 people, like enough for a party,
Ooh.
but just me and her. So I
Wait,
eat
what
most
about
of
the other girl?
The other girl, that's the problem. We thought she did shrooms, but she does not.
Oh,
She
okay.
only drinks wine.
She doesn't smoke the pot.
She doesn't smoke. She doesn't. Yeah. So me and
So
the
she
other girl
brought the
smoke.
weed.
The one girl brought the weed, brought the shrooms. I brought the wine. The other one didn't bring anything.
Oh, okay.
She was 18. She was just there to like have fun.
Oh,
The other one was. I'm just
she
like,
brought the ass.
She did. She definitely did. She definitely did.
Okay.
So anyways, so all 3 of us are then. So I eat her shrooms. I'm gonna share the pictures of the other girl.
Okay.
Yeah. So I eat my shrooms like a good gentleman, like
Right.
like the awesome guy I am. And then she can't finish hers, right? So we're stuck at this place where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna help her finish her shrooms. So I start doing one for one. I say, you eat one, I eat one. You eat one, I eat one. And we kept going. And then she stopped. So now I've eaten all my shrooms, which is a lot, by the way. And I've eaten probably like half more of hers. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I've been smoking weed all this time, too. And then we're doing our threesomes. Everything is great. Things are amazing. And then at some point, I'm like, all right, what's going on right now? Because one girl, I could see her makeup like leaving her face. like I could see the layers. I could see the foundation. I could see like the bare skin. And then I could see the foundation right after it. And I could see the layer on top of the foundation. I could see the eyeliner. I
That
could
is-
see. Yeah. See, I'm looking at her and I'm in the bed naked and I'm shivering. So that's one of the side effects. You become like almost like you have a fever when you eat too much of it because your body's trying to like process all this
Yeah.
poison. It's like having
All
it's,
this poison.
it's like having like a hangover.
This sounds like fun.
But I mean, I was how do I say this? I was this is them.
Oh my.
So that's the 18-year-old. That's the plug. And that's me in the back. Oh shit! So like I said, so it was a great experience. So that's
Oh yeah.
So that's them, and that's me. So yeah. So this is them, the plug, the 18-year-old, and that's me taking photos in the hotel room, like I mentioned.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
At this point, I'm already fucking high as shit right now. Like I don't know what's going on.
Obviously.
I'm done.
Uh,
So now you know. Yeah. So this is like I said. So this is that's the bed I'm sleeping on.
well, let's
Like, I'll
not
take a
go any
picture.
further from
Yeah.
that. I don't
So I don't
want to
wanna
see
see.
any other things.
But anyway, so I just showed him pictures of the girls in the hotel. But
Right.
so then I'm like, okay, I am tripping right now.
Yeah.
Hard. Like this didn't hit me hard, and I'm done. Like I said, I've done acid, I've done mushrooms,
Right.
and this was like, okay, I'm in the bed. There are 2 naked girls, and I started getting nervous because they were looking at me concerned.
Well, yeah, because you probably got terrible with
So they're looking at me. So it's like a vicious cycle. They're looking at me concerned. I'm looking at them like, why are they looking at me concerned? Am I tripping? Like, am I like losing control?
Obviously.
So I'm in the bed just like hurled up with the covers over me. And they're looking at me like, okay. Because we basically what happened was we did our thing and we're all taking a break. And one of the girls, the one that doesn't do any weed or shrooms, she went out to smoke. And the other one was looking at me and she was like, I don't feel the shrooms. And I was like, I do. So I was like, I do.
Well, here, let me throw a few out so you can have this
so,
experience.
so I was like, do you see what I'm seeing? Like, do you see the foundation?
Why
and the
did
lace?
she not be able to finish it if she couldn't feel them?
So because it was just disgusting to chew for her. Yeah, the eating part is what like, and I'm over there like mentoring her how to chew it while I've already had all my shrooms. It's like, yeah, when you eat it, you got chew the stem. Very hard because the stem is harder. Right. So I was teaching all this nonsense, and I didn't know that I myself was already getting too much into my system. But yeah, so the one girl comes in and she's like, he looks like he's fucking done because no more sex will be happening after this because the way I look. And then the reason why I got nervous is I looked at the time. It was 9:02 p.m. We all were supposed to hang out till like midnight, and we probably started having fun around 8:30.
Yeah.
So I look at the time. I was like, it's 9:02. All right. I look back. I'm watching a game. There's a game on TV, and the girls on the side. I told them like, let me just relax a little bit so I can like let the fever die. I look at the TV, looking at the game, thinking to myself, wow, this trip is kind of intense. And I look back at the clock, and I was like, oh my God, it's 9:02 still. So the time I not moved from the time I looked at the clock, looked at them, looked at the TV to watch TV, thought to myself, oh my gosh, this trip is intense, and then look back at the clock again. And that's when I knew this was going to be a horrible trip. Because I'm looking, then I'm seeing the foundation, I'm seeing their bodies like, they're like almost like the outside layer of their skin.
Did you ever explain to them what you're seeing?
No, I think at that point they were freaking out. They didn't need me explain anymore. They could tell that this guy's gone.
Did they take off or what?
Yeah. So that's what happened.
Yeah,
one of them left, and this is what kind of scared me. The one that did the mushrooms would be left also.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, like, how do you leave after doing all those mushrooms? So she drove back.
Yeah.
And I was left in the hotel room, man. It was a horrible experience. Horrible. From a threesome to nothing. Yeah, so don't eat your friends or whatever. Yeah. So they will never see me again. The two girls were like, yeah, we're not seeing that dude again. Like, yeah, because they got scared.
I'd be like, oh.
Why would you? But
well, because you just don't know. I mean, I guess if somebody's freaking out like that, you know, who would
I wasn't. It's not like I was screaming. I wasn't screaming. They said the look on my eyes.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I can't tell because I couldn't see myself. Maybe I could. Maybe I should have done mushrooms.
Oh my.
And then you can see yourself. Like you can see your projection. Like,
out of body experience.
A real out of body experience.
Oh gosh, I am looking scary. You look even scarier because of that.
That would be crazy if you did that much. They
can't figure out what your mind. I mean, you know what it's doing to your mind, what you're thinking. I mean, you know.
That is probably true. I probably freaked the fuck out of it because I'm still laying in bed just looking.
Yeah.
Like probably my eyes like just like deer lights.
About to be a psychopath.
Exactly. Like my eyes look like a deer in the headlights just.
Yeah.
And they're probably like, yeah, we're not gonna be here. This guy's like twice our size. You can tell they're little girls.
Yeah, they were tiny.
They're tiny. They're like, this guy's like twice our size. If he just flips, we're dead.
Yeah, I would have been.
And there's all these drugs here and all this stuff. Yeah, they probably didn't want to be. That makes sense now.
Yeah, it does. But at least it didn't. Nothing majorly bad happened.
No. But so for me, I have regrets because no more threesomes. I mean, that was a great opportunity.
No more threesomes. What, with them?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with them.
They were great. Okay, it was a great experience. It was a great experience. One of them, and they were both hot too.
Right. Yeah, they were pretty.
I'm kind of sad now when I think about it. This was a year ago.
Wow.
Well, 2 years ago. I gotta make sure that it was before my PhD.
It was before I started concentrating.
Before I started being a teacher, you know. Yeah. It's not even. Yeah, I would never do drugs while I'm a professor. Never.
The sarcasm on your face.
Can you cut that part out? The sarcasm on my face, though.
Can I cut that? No, because it's funny.
No. But tell me, so what's your deal with like
what?
You said, how does tobacco make you feel?
The tobacco, I mean, you know, now it's just kind of like you want to have it.
So you're addicted?
Yeah.
I mean,
there's no getting around that.
You are addicted right now. This is your thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, but it's not a. Well, never mind. Yeah.
I've also said to myself, I'm trying to pick out what I'm addicted to. And that's so.
I'm also addicted to sugar. I can't stop. I can't stop having sugar. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
It's bad. I gotta quit.
I have to think about that because
It is totally.
I guess you can be addicted to food. I think people have done. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm addicted to sugar, and it's like, it's as bad as. All right, so when I first started dipping, and the reason I started dipping was because I worked at a factory, and my buddy, he was like, he was dipping, and I was like, well, why do you do that? You know, I was like, what's up with that? And at the time I smoked cigars, and he said, man, if you like the flavor of that, try this. He's dipping, and it was like, I don't remember if it was cherry or some kind of like, I don't know. Anyway, it was a fruity flavored tobacco.
Okay, tobacco. Okay.
Yeah, and of course I was like, I'll try it. And I tried it, and here we go again. Probably gonna sound like a wuss, but when you try it for the first time, I was using it. I was sitting at my desk, and I was doing my parts. I was working at this factory. I get up to go get more parts, and this is what happens. I get up real quick, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Sit back down because everything started moving real fast. I got dizzy.
Really?
Yeah, I got dizzy. It's like being sick. It's like that dizzy
yes,
feeling sick. And so I was like,
yeah.
I sat here like this, and I was like, whew, and my head was real lightheaded, and I was just like, I don't like this. So I take it out, and I washed my mouth out real good, and I told him, I was like, this is not for me. I was like, I just got lightheaded. He said, oh, he laughed, and he said, did you get sick? Did you get sick? And I'm like, you knew this was going to happen? And he was like, oh, yeah. And,
Dick.
So,
They didn't tell you that?
Yeah.
But then why did you keep doing it, though? I was just like, the first time was
see,
horrible.
what happened, and everybody, it happens to most people. They do it, and then they get sick, and, some people get really sick. Other people just are like me and just got, it was just, ugh, it was a big turn off. But then, I don't know what happened. I honestly can't remember. I think, that was regular, though. That was the stuff that you had to continuously... because you didn't want to swallow that, or else it would have been worse. It would have been like,
but because for me the downsides, the reason why I do, when I say I don't still do it. Well, maybe, but the reason why I did and consider doing mushrooms and acid is that they don't affect, once you're out of your system, you're gone. You don't get addicted to them. They don't mentally. They could screw you at that moment. You could go crazy, but afterwards you're fine. You're fine.
But I mean, how do you know that you?
How do I know I'm still not tripping at this point in my life?
No. I know you're not tripping anymore.
Like Inception. Well, you don't know. Maybe you're a figment of my. Maybe you're a figment of my imagination, like Shutter Island. My trip never ended, and I just thought, I'm still in the hotel. Wait, let me think. When I think about that, that's kind of scary.
Exactly.
Even right now, I'm still at that hotel.
Yeah.
Tripping. Because the time is still 9:02. Damn, that would be crazy if I look. Don't be that guy. Don't fuck me up right now.
That's the problem with it. You could have an anxiety attack thinking about those kind of things.
I actually, when I think about it now, part of me is like, dude, did you ever leave?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think therefore I am. Are you real though?
That's Ralph Waldo Emerson.
And it's Descartes.
Huh?
Descartes is a mathematician. Yeah, I think therefore I am. He's a mathematician that's also a...
I thought it was Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Promise you did, it's Descartes.
Okay, well I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. It must have been something else that is
see,
embedded in
I think
my
therefore
mind.
I am. Come see it.
Mm-hmm.
Descartes.
Okay.
Don't say Descartes. That's it's
no,
French.
I know.
It's Descartes.
Yeah,
Descartes.
Yeah, when I first tripped out, I wasn't on drugs.
Have you ever done any drugs that made you hallucinate though?
No. Well, I don't know whether I got. I don't believe the weed was laced because my buddy was doing it too, but I believe because of the medicine I'm on, and I did it, and I think they kind of hit the same. Yeah, and so that time all this stuff started happening. I heard voices and everything. I heard this guy's voice, and it scared me, so I quit doing it. And I'm like, I'm not touching that. You know?
I mean, I'm trying to think what I don't think I'll quit doing mushrooms. I don't think I'll quit doing acid. Even though, like I said, I did have. I mean, I've had 2 bad trips with mushrooms.
Yeah.
Another one, I got a shroom from a guy in New York.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think getting shrooms from people, because I'm a very outgoing guy. So I met this guy, looked like he was 19 at most, on the streets of New York on Times Square. And I was looking at him, he was looking at me, who was walking, and I was like, this guy looks like he's having a great time, right? So I follow him, I was like, hey, dude, you look like you're having a good time, what's up? I was like, yeah, dude, it's the shrooms. I was like, oh, I mean, this is random. I didn't know this guy, a stranger in New York. And I said, okay. I was like, I'm into shrooms. And this time I had a lot of money. I was like, I'm into shrooms. I'm not, and I didn't have any plug in New York. So I was like, can you connect me? And I was like, yeah, wait here. So I wait for him. This is like 1 in the morning in New York, just 1 in the morning. He goes, maybe 5-10 minutes, comes back, and he gives me the envelope, like an envelope, and he says, open it. In the envelope, there's literally a shroom there, like just nice, and the smell was just potent. The smell of the shroom, which to me tells me, no, it's a good thing. It means it's very fresh. It's very like good. So I give him $10, I think $20 there for that. And me and him shook, and we're like, cool. And I said, if you need more, let me know. But I was living in New York then to move to Atlanta. I didn't tell him that, but I moved to Atlanta. Atlanta is known for what? Strip clubs. So I said to myself, my first strip club experience, I should do it on shrooms. Dude, crazy shit, right? You go into the strip club, because like I said, shrooms take about 2 hours to hit. So you go in there, having a good time. Just, you're like, okay, this is cool. And the strip club is like one of those ones where it's hip hop, because I love hip hop. And I'm listening, I was like, okay, this shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't be able to see the music notes. Like at some point during the night, I was like, why am I seeing music notes literally flying across like my face as I'm watching naked girls dance in front of me? I was like, At some point, I got so much into the music notes than the naked girls. That's how like in it I was. I was like, all right, this is amazing. It was like purple, like they would turn into butterflies and they would mold back into music notes. And they would fall back into butterflies, and they would just fly across my face. Well, at some point, like I said, so if it's one of the side effects of mushrooms is that you get very hot. Like I told you, like you get almost like you have a fever if you do too much. And like I said, this was a strong one, even though it was little, like it was just like the size of my finger. That's it. Which, like the one I told you was probably like all my 5 fingers. The other one I took, but this one was just 1 finger, and still, to get that crazy reaction, I started stumbling. So I tried to stand because I felt like thirsty. Like you feel very lightheaded, like very very lightheaded. Like oh my gosh, I need water. So I tried to get up to go get water, and I stumbled, and I was like, oh shit, I'm in a strip club with like hundreds of people, packed, like wall to wall, naked girls everywhere, everything, and I'm like stumbling, you know. And then the bouncer, at that point. Yeah, the bouncer, they thought I was a Molly. So they came and they carried me like, oh, you must have done some of that Molly stuff. And I was like, yeah. I just said yeah.
When you smoked that moon rock.
That I've done also, and that happened to me too.
Yeah, same thing.
Oh, you've done moon rocks too?
No.
It was a horrible experience.
Moon rocks are, it's just 3 different types of THC. I mean, just levels.
I would never do that again. I'll never do that again.
Well, some people really like them. I watched a girl smoke 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, I did it once, and I was like, it felt like I was on mushrooms.
Yeah, it's like
that's the same. If you want to know mushrooms, you're like do moon rocks.
Yeah, moon rocks. It was
for audiences out there, that is a legit scientifically proven. If you want to know, if you want to know what mushrooms feel like, and you can access mushrooms, smoke moon rocks, and then you know exactly like
because the moon rocks it's a bud with hash.
Yeah,
or whatever, and the keef sprinkled on top of it.
Yeah,
it's 3 different. Ooh.
Yeah, I did. Like I said,
like bam, bam, bam.
And it's funny because the guy I smoked it from was super chill, and he told me, dude, this is moon rocks. I'd never done moon rocks before. I was like, I've only heard it in a rap song. Future is a rapper that was singing about moon rocks, and I was like, fuck, if Future sings about it, it's gotta be cool, right? That's my basis for fun. If Future sings about it, it's gotta be cool.
Tech9 sings about GHB and all kinds of stuff.
What's GHB? Are you hiding something from me, Caleb? Are you holding back? Are you holding out on me, Caleb? What's GHB?
I gotta look it up.
I gotta go now to class. I gotta go show those students I'm a responsible human being.
And you are.
Am I? No.
You sure are. You're the best.
Oh, thank you.
So that's going to conclude it. Sans Caleb.
Sans Tony. I think you learned something from this one. Oh, later.
Oh,
Another
my
episode of Somethings About Nothings. Theme song comes in. Du-du-dum.
Oh, we don't have a theme song. We're not that high end.
I'm trying to
right now.
I'm trying to do folklore like music. Du-du-dum.